April 2nd, 2018, Monday. First of all, I have a new camera, which is great. It's really nice. So I got a new laptop too. Also great. I was on vacation all of last week, and I totally broke my routine, which was a major thing I really wanted and needed to do. I attended to a few things around my apartment. I vacuumed really good. I didn't do laundry. I need to do laundry. Did some recycling that's been sitting over there for way too long. And a few other things that I forgot by now. And played video games and all that. Went back to work today. And I'm not sure to say if it was good or bad or what it was. I went to work. I mean, there's things that I don't like that happened, but it's not enough for me to say it was a bad day at work. It was a day at work. I have my typical thing of I'm not sure if I want to keep doing this or whatever. But then there's also a few other things. I do really enjoy the people I work with. I do. I love the people on the animation team. I do. But it's a lot of the same old tired jokes about so many different things, about developers trying to swing stuff by, about shop.com wanting to do this or do that, and poking fun at some of the marketing speak that they say a lot. And just, it's fine if you don't like your job. A lot of people don't like their job. It's fine. People will crack jokes about it all the time and tell horrible stories. But there's a certain point where you start risking people kind of cutting corners. Or not quite that, but at least not doing the job as well as they could and should. And I'm not entirely sure what got lost in translation. But before I left for my week vacation, I wrote up an email that said, okay, here's stuff I'm working on, here's status, yada yada yada. And I'm thinking about it, and I don't know if a single damned thing I wrote about there was handled outside of maybe one thing that was going to go to production testing. Because it had to. Another thing may have went through staging testing because it had to. The job I'm responsible for, there were changes sitting in one branch waiting for things to get deployed to live. Branch never got merged. The live job was on fire when I came in. A bunch of scripts that I was starting to work on, so I was supposed to do work on. Apparently, he didn't do a bloody thing with them. I don't know if the QA rep went to some meetings for a project that's going to start up. So, I mean, I pretty much wrote that email, and it just, by the only thing that come out of it is, see, I care about what I did, but nothing actually got done. I might as well have not written it then, outside of just being able to say, hey, I was trying to get y'all to do something about it. So, yeah, I'm back to a thought and a debate that I've had in my head for months now, maybe close to a year now for sure, of not being 100% sure I want to keep doing this job here. This Of course, I went into it. It didn't take me long at the job I had before to recognize I didn't want to do test automation for e-commerce for long. And I had similar thoughts here, but for some other reasons too. Granted, some of those reasons should be going away at some point. But of course, I think the thing that I've always kind of known, but I thought about fully tonight as I was driving back from grabbing a few things from the store, including this webcam, was I'm not really sure what I'd want to do instead, necessarily. Not so much what I'd want to do, is what would I do? What would be my plan? Would it be another test automation position? Would it be doing development? Would it be, what would it be? Would it be a different career path than I've been on for 5 years, plus the 5 years in college, plus the years before that to get to UNCG to get the computer science degree? Would I try to freelance and whatever? Would I try to make YouTube videos about whatever? What would I do? I think this past week it let me experience for the first time, maybe ever. That's not correct. I probably would have experienced it before, but so the difference between this past week versus any other time I had some time off, especially time that I asked for off, is every other time I had some plan, something I was going to do. I was going to go to a wrestling show, or around Thanksgiving a few years back, my mom, my brother, and myself went to Ohio. I went to a Foo Fighters concert one time. Again, I love doing all of that. This past week, though, I didn't go out of my way to do anything. That the only exception was Deanna came here and, hung out for a few hours, and that was great. But aside from that, I didn't do anything special. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't really have a plan for anything. I had that I wanted to tackle things when I could get to them. But that was about it. And I don't know if it's just still random little frustrations here and there with job and still not really feeling like I've been on a steady, continual, for several weeks or months at a time thing where everything felt good without the fear of something else changing or some other emergency cropping up or some other thing that should have taken 3 or 4 days now taking 2 weeks because something else keeps coming up. I don't know if it's, I don't know what it is, but just, and I've probably said this to myself, and probably even said this in either this or a bunch of private video journals that I've made. Now, this is the most level-headed I've been about, you know, not liking this job or whatever. I've probably said that at least 20 times. Correct, I've probably said that hundreds of times in my own mind, even. Oh, no, this isn't as emotional as before. It's a bit of a thing of, I'm not neutral. I don't have this burning desire to leave. I have some, but I also have a bit of desire to stay. But not necessarily because I care, but I feel like I can be useful. I guess it's something, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say it's because I'm passionate about it. I'll say it's because I know I'm useful. I feel like I lost my thought and then weaved into thoughts. If I did, I apologize. Market America job is a great deal of security. I know that if I keep doing my job, I'll get a raise every year. If I can do tasks X, Y, and Z, I've done my job. And I know what they are, I know how to do them, and I feel like there are changes that are going to be coming down the pipe that I like. I like doing Scrum. I do. I feel it's a better system. Although there's some times where some things are just never going to be stable, and there's other times where things are going to take so long to change and all that, that just, it's just going to be frustrating sometimes, simply put. I would get a kick out of potentially making something of my YouTube fascination, I guess. I've probably said that before too. I'd want to make a YouTube channel and talk about wrestling. I'd want to put up YouTube videos about my stuff with video games, whether it's the Rockstar Editor stuff and the game DVR stuff I've put up, or it being, you know, whatever else. I'd really love to start the Good News R channel again and actually make it good and stable and consistent and good and beneficial to the world. I want to maybe start making videos that teach people about history and science and all of that. The only thing is that I I'd probably need somebody to help. What does that mean? I don't... I know what you mean. I know that everybody understands what I mean by I need people to help, but what does help mean? What do I mean by what would they need to help me with? I don't know. I probably need people to draw stuff. It's one thing. But I probably need more than that. I don't know how far that would go. I wouldn't want to be like, well, I have all the fun, you do all the hard work, I won't do that. I just want to have somebody help with all of that. So maybe that's the next big thing, is to make even if it's just small strides to start doing that. Make the awesome name, the Great Zar-N, and all that. Not just be some neato little nickname and a gamer tag, but be something that affects the world in a good way.